Yo, what is up, Cheesehead Nation? Man, I'm so pumped to be here. I'm stoked. What's good, game on Wisconsin? I'm Bernie Bango. Today's headline, I guess, could be today's episode could be headlined by woulda, coulda, shoulda, but we're here to celebrate though some of this season as well. We're gonna get into it. Football. Packers football season is technically ended. The offseason has begun. It's bittersweet to be here right now. But how are you doing tonight, Amar?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm still not happy, man. I'm telling you, I'm bitter as hell right now. Every time I just think about the missed opportunities, it's just like I think I wasn't ready for the ride to end. And
Oh
I
yeah,
understand, like think positively. Should happy that we were here. Future is gonna be bright. I get all that, but man, like Coach said it today. We should be preparing for Detroit right now, and I couldn't agree more. And I'm thinking, like, man, like we had a pass. I mean, who knows? If you'd won the Super Bowl, maybe got smacked by the Ravens. Who knows? Like, I don't know,
yeah,
or the Chiefs, right? But oh
yeah.
man, it just seeing the guys clearing out the lockers today, that one sucked, man. That one kind of hurt. And it hurt more this year than it has in previous years, just because it's been such a wild ride. And I felt like it was a ride of destiny this year. And I
Yeah,
wasn't really just didn't want it to end, man. I'm
yeah.
still blown.
It, it definitely felt different this year. That's for sure. Um, and then we'll get into it. Let's jump into our opening statements because we got some awesome guests here. And I don't want to get down the rabbit holes I know that we can get down to. So we're just going to get into our opening statements, and then we're going to get our guests out here on stage. But I'll start with my opening statement, man. And I'm a go. I'm an optimist. I'm a silver lining guy. The championship window is now open. As tough of a pill as it was to swallow this weekend, this team is much closer to contending for it all than we thought. Love's play to end the season and to open the playoffs was dynamic. We have our quarterback of the future. Our wide receiver core is filled with young, athletic playmakers. The O-line progressed this season, but with a little work, it could be one of the best. Find a way to bring Aaron Jones back. The front seven can create chaos on the D, maybe a little more depth at inside linebacker. Find another edge rusher. Can't have too many of those. Need to figure out that secondary, a new defensive scheme, but playmakers on D are there as long as they catch the ball, right, Ummer? Special teams need some tuning up and competition. This season was filled with up and downs, but the experience gained, the guys guaranteed to return, cap space opening up, and draft picks incoming. The Green Bay championship window is back open. The Chicago Bears are a decade-long rebuild. The Packers took one season to rebuild. I was sad to see this one end the way it did because realistically, we could have reached the Super Bowl this year. The excitement I had for this fun, unknown year might not compare to the excitement we will have for this upcoming season with some hope and expectations. Thank you to this team and organization. I salute you. I love you. Go Pack, go.
I was gonna say, I don't know how the hell I'm supposed to fall behind that. But the truth is, this was one hell of a ride. I think we went into this season not really knowing what we had. We had an idea, but we didn't really know what we had. And just a lot of trials and tribulations to go from a point where we were supposed to be rebuilding. We were supposed to luckily get 6 wins. We were hoping to maybe get a top 10 pick. I mean, the things that were coming out then, we hit a really bad snag in October, September. Amazing. Just like seeing the team knock out the Bears right off the bat, beat the Saints, and then, lose a couple close games. And then we had a really, we had a test of our loyalty and just maybe our commitment to just how this team is, knowing that it was going to be a rebuild year. Then come November, starting to see a little bit of a glimpse. Then December, I mean, you talk about having one of the hottest teams, one of the hottest quarterbacks in the league, 21 touchdowns, 1 pick, and then somehow sneak into the playoffs to make some noise, knock off a 2nd seed. All I know is that you're 100% right. That we were really kind of considering, like, when will our window back open? Like, will it take a couple of years? This team will be, many people said this team will be ready in 2024 and 2025, 2026. This team is ready now. There's there's a thing where, like, for a long time, our former quarterback, whose name we don't mention as much, he wanted to retool our team instead of like rebuild. He hated that word. A lot of players hate that word, rebuild, right? But the truth is, we just need to retool. We don't have to, like, Andy Herman put up a post about if we got rid of all of our free agents and all of our, unrestricted free agents and people that were dead cap, the team that would be left would be still a starting caliber team. Like, you would have players at every single position that had either above average to a great season at the end of it. And I just think, like, you're 100% right. There's positions like safety, cornerback depth, inside linebacker, interior line. I really hope Depot comes back, but if he doesn't, I think we got something in Walker and Tom. But as much as it sucked to see our team have the lead in that game, to take the number 1 seed, put them against the ropes, almost knock them out, but then just not close it out. Just to know that, wow, like, we're going to be back into this. Detroit needs to really enjoy their ride right now, because we're going to come to get that division.
Absolutely.
We're going to start making our noise again. And I'm telling you right now, like, I'm pissed that it's January, because I just want the draft to be here right now. I just want to see what we're going to do with all these. We're going to have, I think they're saying right now we have 11 picks. We'll get 3 compensatory picks. So we're looking at maybe like 14, 15 picks. And you already know Grudy's going to be wheeling and dealing. I cannot wait. Like, I can't wait to see who wins the whole damn thing and then get past it and then just start really moving into free agency and draft. I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped. Yeah, I'm a little hurt, but I am hyped for the future.
Yeah. Right on. Thanks, Homer. But hey, like you said, man, it was sad to see it come to an end. And we were the youngest team in the NFL this year. And we, like, for the last couple months there, right, I think we forgot that. And then it was finally in the biggest moment that they had seen this season, right? They finally showed that youth again. But hey, we can dig into that more. I don't want to leave our guests waiting backstage. No, I know they're cracking cold. They're cracking cold ones down back there and doing wild things.
Okay.
Water. But hey, I'm going to bring them out to the stage. You guys know them as the Crispy Brothers, Tim and Kurt. What's up, fellas? How you doing tonight?
Great.
Very good. Very good. Thanks for having us. This is going to be fun. You're not going to have a weirder show than this. I can guarantee you that.
No, that's what we like here. So, we got Crispy Brothers in the house tonight. For those listeners that might not know who they are, if you don't, where have you been? Go check it out. Check them out on YouTube. You can just search Crispy Brothers, and you're going to get their music.
Music.
Why don't you? Music.
Hey,
but why don't you?
It's entertaining as hell. That's all.
Authentic parodies. Authentic parodies.
There it is.
So why don't you, before we step back into the world of the divisional round between Packers and 49ers, why don't you let our listeners know a little bit about what you do?
Go ahead, Kurt.
Okay. All right. I was going to say you can go, but yeah. So we do parody songs of local sports teams. Well, of Wisconsin sports teams, Milwaukee Bucks, Green Bay Packers, Milwaukee Brewers. We are the worst/best and only Wisconsin sports parody group.
Yeah, that's self-appointed. Yeah. Yeah. We don't know of any others.
I was good.
They could be out there.
You're your number 1 fan, right?
Right. And we've been friends from college. We've been making songs together for 20 years or so. I moved away to Arizona, awesome. Recently moved back to Milwaukee, and picked up kind of right where we left off, except we did original songs back then. Now we're just like, we're pretty much doing parodies. We'll do originals here and there eventually, I think. But for right now, we're just doing that. We're just having fun, and hopefully people are liking it.
Yeah. And you guys met at the University of Milwaukee, right?
That's right.
Yep.
All right.
Panthers.
Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers, baby.
Yeah.
London,
Bruce Pearl, Sweet 16. Seems like a long time ago, but that's where
Ryan was the coach there too before that.
Ryan. Yeah. Rob Jeter did some good work there too, Milwaukee.
Yep.
And I think Lundy's going to turn it around there. I know he's having a little bit of a rough year this year, but they were missing their best player for a while, and I know they had to dismiss another dude, but Well, we can talk Panthers basketball another show
time.
maybe. I'll have to bring you on my other show because I'm going to do a Horizon League like tournament, like the conference tournament. I'm going to do an episode because I follow Green Bay and Milwaukee with that show.
Cool.
But love to have some Panthers in the house. I dig
man.
it. But let's jump back into that game. And this is something I know some people were so mad about because I think each Packer fan, as right, Amar, you were talking about those missed opportunities. A lot of people were like grasping onto one play or one call or no call. You know, there was definitely more than one. But let's just go around the horn here and we'll let Crispy Brothers go first because I have a handful of plays that I can choose from. But one play that changed the game.
You want me to go first, Kurt?
That's
I think so. I think he does.
Okay. I think it was a savage missed interception right off in that first quarter. Like, I just think that momentum, we went down the first half of that first quarter, a long drive, and we only came up with 3, which is better than nothing. We can't ask for a better than drive except for scoring at the end a touchdown. But to get 3 points there and to take as much time as we did off the clock, and then it was the very next series, wasn't it, or was it 2?
Yeah.
Can you imagine something like that and it was such an easy play, right in his hands. You do that, it's 10-0 right off the bat, halfway through the first quarter. I think it's a much different ball game.
They interviewed Savage, and he said that he was thinking touchdown. Like he said that he didn't even try to look the ball, and he was just thinking touchdown. He thought he's gonna have another one.
Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, that one. Like
I was off the couch at that one.
Yeah, same.
I would be embarrassed to see how I reacted.
Oh yeah, I definitely was jumping up in the air, and that was number one on my list because we saw as the game progressed, right? The longer the Packers were in the lead, when we get the later it got, you could see San Fran sweating. On social media, right? The San Fran fans I follow, they were sweating on social media, and I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, if we would have jumped out 10-0 like that, I was just like, they would have been in a panic immediately.
Been the Cowboys game all over again, the same kind of.
The
49ers would have felt the same way. Like, holy crap, these guys are going to do it to us too.
But the one thing that got me in that Cowboys game, we took advantage of those red zone opportunities, right? Like, weren't kicking field goals. But you're right, though. You kick a field goal, you take that back to the house, you put them against the wall. I'm telling you, you break their back with that.
The crowd gets quiet.
Oh, God, you just take everything out. And now they're pressing. And I'll go. I'll wait to go.
What about you, Kurt? Do you have a different play that stands out, or?
There's obvious ones that everyone can do. I'm trying to think of something unique. There's obviously the missed field goal that would have forced the game to overtime. And I feel like 49ers have the edge there because they got the momentum back. So I don't want to say because just not scoring on that last drive. Before he threw when they missed the field goal, that drive when Andrews missed the 41. If you get that 7, I mean, the game's over, right? That's a 10-point game by then. 3 minutes left.
That's after the run too. That's the
the big run, and then it went to waste. It almost went too quick.
Yes,
it went too quick, and you're like, well.
It reminded me of like the 2021 game, where like Jones had that long run, and they get in like in the red zone, and they had to block field goal eventually, but it's the same thing. I'm like, oh, here we're going to break their back right now. We're going to score, and then he just nutted up in the red zone.
I thought Jones was going to house that one, to be honest with you.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my God, he's gone. And then he started going all over the place.
Jadarius Ward just ran him down. And they said that he tweaked his hamstring on that play. Yeah. So he talked about
it.
And coach was like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm happy I didn't know that. Because like, as much as we want to hate about A.J. Dillon, there's times where him spelling Jones in those situations would help because that big old dude coming at you after Jones been tiring them guys out. They didn't want it.
Yep.
Yeah, when you're a defender, right? Like you're chasing Aaron Jones all around the field, and all of a sudden like a 250-pounder comes out there and you're already sucking for air, and he puts his shoulder in your chest. You're just like, Shit.
You don't want that action,
Yeah.
man. I tell you.
Fatality.
You're
That's
gonna-
Mortal Kombat fatality right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vitality, I should say.
Yeah, but no,
Vitality. Yeah.
Yeah, vitality.
Vitality. That
Big
should
old
be his
like
new
Godzilla
shirt.
comes out.
And this is also a chance we can plug your song, right? You guys wrote a song for AJ Dillon as well.
We did.
Um,
Quadzilla.
Yeah.
Blue Oyster Cult did a song way back in the day, Godzilla, and we so it kind of wrote itself, but then we did some really terrible green screen and
Mhm.
CGI.
CGI.
Hey,
We had giant AJ Dillon stomping through Door County. He went to Green Bay, to Bay Beach, to the Zip and Pippin. He went up to the Door County Confectionery Candy Shop in Ephraim. That was Kurt. All he was.
I was moving the figurine with my hands. That was I'm the CGI.
like Christopher Nolan.
That's
He's
the
like, I ain't
CGI.
using CGI. I'm using real stuff.
Yeah, right.
Well, you're gonna have to sometime get one of these athletes to come be in one of your music videos.
That's one of our goals.
Yeah,
I think if we keep it up, I think that'll happen. I have a strong belief of that, but
Yeah.
one day maybe.
Right now, we could
Yeah.
probably get a high school kid to do it, like a high school athlete.
JV.
Maybe a
Just
JUCO guy.
Work your way up.
Hey, go back to your alma mater, right?
Yeah, right.
Milwaukee might have a guy there for you.
Yeah,
But,
that's possible.
Yeah. But hey, Omer, we got 2 plays down, right? So
Yeah.
Tim, you said that Savage dropped interception. Kurt, make the damn field goal. 41. You thought that was like, oh man, I think he's got this one. But what
When I
about
saw
you,
him line up
Omer?
on the left hash, I was like, I just fucking knew he was gonna make it. I was just like, he's gonna miss it. He's gonna miss it. I was like, I kept thinking the worst, hoping the best, and it was the worst. It was like the worst shit. But my play, honestly, I know I always complain about the refs, and I know refs complain about the refs can be kind of like, it's like, futile, right? Because they are where they are. Okay.
Mhm.
Alex Kemp's crew has never really fared well with the Packers. If you guys remember when we played the Vikings in 2019, and we were playing the Vikings at home, and it was a game where Dalvin Cook ran for 200 yards on us, and every time that game we had a play go holding, that dude would just throw a freaking flag every time. So he was a guy here, and just 2 things that really annoyed me was that on the second drive where we were going for on 4th and 1, and they were all lined up offsides. And I'm like, all the Niners were. And we got dinged for that against the Vikings and the Rams for line up offsides or offensive players. That pissed me off. And then the spot was terrible. And I felt like Coach should have challenged it, but he didn't. And he had challenged it again down later on, and he got that one, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if he'd have got that first down, that probably changes the complexity of the game.
Yeah.
And then the no intentional grounding call when Brock Purdy was clearly still in the pocket, and he threw the ball literally down the sideline, nobody there, and because they score after that.
The refs didn't even get together and discuss that, right? You sometimes see like that, and that's okay. They're at least they didn't even get together and discuss that. I don't think, did they? Unless I missed.
I
it.
heard the ref say something as everyone's talking about it, right? I'm watching Cheesehead TV's watch party, and we're all like intentional grounding. Kemp comes on and says something, no foul, and I'm like, how? What? And then you go back and look at the replay multiple times. He's on the line of the tackle box, but he's still in the box technically. And I'm like, that, and they literally scored a 30-yard touchdown after that. And the McCaffrey run. And I'm just like, that's the kind of stuff that I'm like, people are saying the game was officiated well. I was like, there was a lot of missed calls and just this really shitty. Every time you talk with them for loss, they were like, oh no, they didn't lose anything. It was still 2nd and 10 or something. I'm like, what are we doing? But take the refs out because you can't control the refs. You can't really change the refs. I think the play I would shake back is the interception, the first interception, not the second. Second one, Jordan was just trying to get something going. He tried to pull his Brett Favre, Minnesota Vikings against the New Orleans Saints, right? Where he just threw it across the body. I think he thought that everyone saw him running, that maybe he could just throw it and no one would see it coming. I wish he had just done the old Aaron Rodgers. You know how Rodgers just fake it and then run for a first down. He just tried to do that and fake out. Bosa was already tired. He could have probably done that, but that first pick that he threw to Kraft, that was behind and a high. Yes. And I'm just like, bro, just if you just take your time. He was his fourth quarter. He was rushing. He was just Tom going out with a concussion because they saw it up top. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. They pulled him off the field. That was I had never seen that before. They were like, get that guy off the field.
You don't pull off Greenlaw after you literally went head to head on freaking Kraft. Like, he literally tried to take Kraft out the game with that hit. And I'm telling you, he doesn't get pulled off. Like, I was like, what are we doing? I don't know. I think those are kind of things as a fan, when you see your team winning, it just frustrates you. That's all. And it's just like you want to be
the whole rig thing, kind of.
I'm sorry.
You don't want to use that rig word, right?
I don't. I
hate it too.
Don't. But I'm telling you, man. Sometimes you're watching and you're like, they're going to do what they got to do to make sure these Bama's win. And then Joe Barry's passive defense. Don't even get me started on that. I know he did great 58 minutes, but that final drive or playing off or just letting him drive down the field, I'm like, bro, like, you guys remember the game against 2021 against the Niners when we were there? We were in their house.
Oh yeah,
so yeah.
And we got the lead. And what did Barry do? Let them march down the field, score. And we had like 48 seconds left, and it wasn't for Rodgers and Adams freaking legendary play. We don't win that game.
Yeah.
And is there going to be a Joe Barry segment in this show, or no? Or is that would take too long, right? We don't need that.
Bro.
Right?
You don't want to get me started, dog.
Oh
my God.
I saw what you said, like. So he's not even saying like what his contract was not. We're not reading that correctly. It wasn't.
No,
contract not up.
It's funny. I know exactly where you're going. Let's check this. You know how normally coordinators are three years, right?
Yeah.
He's in year 4. So two things either occurred. A, he got extended, which will freaking blow my fucking brain. Yeah. Or second, he was signed to a longer term coordinator contract, which would even just infuriate me more, right? Because it's like he didn't show you anything, and you signed him to a 4 or 5 year deal. Why? Right? You don't do that with coordinators. You can do it with Pettin, who has a good track record. So it's one of the two. And the fact that Coach didn't come out and just say, we're sticking with Barry like he did last year. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. If I was not a family man and I didn't want to have to pay money or like have to patch up holes in my house, I would have went ballistic in my house, man. I'm telling you, when I heard that press, I was like literally in the basement working out. Yeah. I got the best workout that night. It was amazing. But we'll probably hear something in a few days. And if they keep that guy, man,
you need it sounds like you need a Barry bash room. Like just go in the basement and
what was the rage room?
Barry punching bag.
You get out dressed up, you got like a hammer and a bat.
Throw darts at his face.
I need to go to a rage room just for that. Like
people would pay that. People would pay for money to do that.
If they had that. Like seriously, he's probably a nice guy, but every time I see his face, bro, I'm just like,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. It's like
I'm sorry.
I try not. Yeah, no, you're good. I try not to get too angry at Joe Barry either, but. I'm like, I know he's a family man, and
you know what? He said that. I'm like, nah, dog. That I understand that, I respect that, but that's not what this is about. Like,
exactly.
You could do this for a very long time.
There are a lot of family guys who are not good at their jobs, and then they lose their job.
Thank you. It's a performance-based business. Like, people don't give a shit about your family. They care about what you're going to do, and if you ain't doing what you got to do, you gone.
For sure. I can tell you, I was a. Oh, go ahead, Kirk.
Oh, I was just saying Barry could make a great CEO of a different company, maybe, selling paper products or toilet tissue or toilet paper. I don't know.
Cranberries.
Right? Cranberry juice. Yeah. Ocean spray. They probably need a new CEO.
Cranberry bog.
Dude, after the Tampa game, the things that people were saying, hey, Joe Barry needs to be careful. He may not get hired at Culver's down the street and shit. Just like things out there, right? Like the Tampa game and the Carolina game makes you really question, like, what are we doing? Like,
well, that's what we wrote our 2 songs by. That was the tipping point for us. We're like, something has to be said here. Like,
it's like just
unbelievable.
Yeah,
you guys.
And like you said,
we go all day on that
one. But no, I'll jump in with my. I'm when I I didn't want to get mad at the refs. I'm an ultimate person too, where it's just like, they messed that call up, but I try not to get too mad about it. But something that really blew me away was actually the spot on the 3rd down play. It should have been 4th and inches. So when you see them line up for that,
I agree. I know
4th and 1 for their little tush push, it's like 4th and a long one.
It was a long one. Bro.
I'm like, why are you trying to do a push tush for like a long one, man? That's like a 4th and inches move, right? and we still almost got it. Or we still should have had it, but like
Yeah.
if you go back,
If
to
you see the over
play
angle,
before,
he's over it, bro. That's the thing that team you up. Jordan's like 6'4.5". His long ass was over that thing. Get your butt out of here.
But here's my thing. If you're not,
Ref 113. I'm gonna find his ass. I'm gonna throw a water balloon at him. I'm not gonna cause him violence. I'll throw a balloon at him.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. Let's do it.
Water balloons. Yes. But I don't know about
That's
the
my
temperatures.
threat.
The temperatures this last week with the water balloons, they might be more of like an ice ball.
Yeah.
But,
It probably wouldn't be a good idea right now.
We could TP his house too.
Yes.
I'm down with that.
Or light a bag of poop, right? Do a Billy Madison.
What was it? Happy Gilmore? No. Yeah, it's Happy
Or is it
Gilmore.
Billy
right?
Madison.
No.
Billy Madison. Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Gilmore's golfing one. Yep.
They probably did in that movie too.
Probably. That's a go-to.
In every movie.
I just watched Waterboy with the kids. Doesn't really hold up. Hey, that was the first.
It's like, wait, hold on. What are we doing here?
No, there's a handful of Adam Sandler movies that you go back and you watch them with like kids, and you're like, I watched them. I think I watched like Happy Gilmore with my nephews, and I was like, oh my gosh, I felt really uncomfortable sometimes with some of the jokes they're saying.
This PG-13.
Yeah, and my nephews
Definitely not PG-13, man.
Yeah,
PG-16.
Like Big Daddy. Big Daddy was PG-13. I'm like, dog. Like, there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm like, I don't know about all that, bro. Like. How do you explain that to a kid? That's 13 even. I don't know.
What's Hooters?
Dude, seriously?
Half the movie was about Hooters.
Like, why are they showering together? Why are they talking about showering together? Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. We're going to have that combo.
And he makes a joke a couple times about was like her new boyfriend or dad he's old dude, and he talks about his old wrinkly sack or whatever.
Laying on top of you.
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm like, how? Okay.
My 9-year-old he liked it a lot, but yeah, it's not really.
Oh, a 9-year-old would just blow his. His mind would be blown.
Yeah. I'll be back.
But to finish up this one play to change the game. Right, so I felt like they got shorted on the third down, and then I honestly felt like since the Packers were content with kicking that field goal the first drive, I really felt like that was an opportunity that early in the game. Just kick the damn ball again, man. Like I felt like that wasn't a time to push it on fourth down, but I get it. They're probably going for the kill shot as early as possible. I just felt I was like, I'm the type of person though. If you're going to kick it that first time, just trying to collect those field goals, because I felt like if you kick that second field goal, which would have been another chip shot, right? Mm-hmm. You get maybe that 41-yarder, right? He's got 2 makes in the game. Maybe that 41-yarder isn't as nerve-wracking, but who knows, man? But you guys took my top 3, so I might maybe I'm reaching there for that one, but that's what I felt like. We should just kick the damn ball maybe in that situation, because then later in the game, the Niners are tying the game. Then
exactly
not taking the lead there.
It don't matter. You saw Joe Barry against Atlanta. You got a 2-score lead, and he still be doing the same shit. It don't matter. Like he plays scared. He gets scared. I'm like, if he just kept doing what he was doing, which was 4 or 5-man blitzes and just taking the action to them, we win that game. But he got soft, man. He does it every time. It's like the definition of insanity is what it is. And it's like, I think the defense did a fantastic job. Like, all right, talk, for 50.
Joe Scary, we should call him.
Scary.
Sorry, I just got a lot of dad jokes today.
No, you're good.
That was your first bad one so far. You've been pretty good.
Okay.
It fits, but
Vitality. I stand by that one.
Vitality is one that,
Vitality was awesome.
All right, I got one more in me.
But he's Soda here in the comment section. He's saying the same thing. Just play defense on that last drive. I know. I tweeted out onto X about after the first 2 plays of that Niners drive, I was like, gosh dang it, man. I don't remember what I said, but I was just like, here's Joe Barry at his finest in the biggest moment, And then after I hit send, I start scrolling. Everyone's saying the same thing in that same moment. Everyone was feeling it. Just frustrating. So Todd here says Barry could sell marshmallows. The industry of soft, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what? He's
Jet
the guy
puff.
he can sell
Jet
ice
puff.
to an Eskimo because the way he's keeping his job, he's doing some kind of selling.
Yep.
Oh, that's all I know.
But let's we kind of got down some
Go Barry, yeah.
bad energy there. I don't want to hold on to that too long, right? We got to move on. So let's talk a little bit of season highlights here. So anything from this whole entire season, whether it's a player, a game, a coach, whatever, what have it. If anyone wants to jump out there, otherwise I'll start with mine.
Oh, I'll go first so I don't forget.
All right.
Bo Melton,
Yeah,
the
Okay.
Vikings game off the practice squad, and just having a huge game when we 7-9 at that point? No, sorry.
No.
We never lost 9 games, right?
No,
No, we were 6-8. No.
7 and 8 because it went Vikings Bears right at the end of the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that huge game, I was a little nervous, that Sunday night game, and he just had that awesome game, right? I forget how many, was it 1 or 2 touchdowns? But I'd just say Bo. Bo knows Bo.
Out of nowhere. Maybe.
Bo out
Yes.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
Bo knows football.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Me-
we need to get more guys named Bo in the state of Wisconsin oriented with sports, right? We got Bo Ryan and now Bo Melton.
Yeah.
So it's got to be the name, right? And you
And
got to
the
imagine
number.
he's going to and the
the
number.
Yeah.
And
the
remind
number.
us what, Bo Melton, he came from, was it Ole Miss?
No, Rutgers.
Rutgers, that's it.
Big 10.
Um,
Yeah, I had a couple buddies who were on him before the draft. I had never heard of him. I don't dive too deep in the draft past like the first or second round guys. But I
Yeah.
had some buddies like this. We want Bo Melton. And we picked him, and it was the Bear buddies actually, so they were pretty pissed when they got him. I was like, so
Yeah, he was at the Senior Bowl, so like Jim Nagy was hyping him up a lot even before. And he's doing it now. He's like taking his victory laps now. But he was talking about at the Senior Bowl, like his get off, no one can stay with him. And the guy is like super fast. Like he's extremely fast, but he's controlled too, right? So I was kind of surprised they went 6th, 7th round, I think, to like Seattle. And then I was kind of hoping we would get him late. But for us to get him off the practice squad, I was like, hey, you don't lose a draft pick for that? I'll take that all day, man. I was like, he has been just a wonderful addition to the team because not only is like an amazing player, but his attitude towards everything. Like you just see these guys, they just have like such like a selfless attitude, which I don't know if you really you saw that so much on teams as much, right? Everyone trying to get theirs, and these guys don't care about them. They don't care about right now, at least I should say.
right.
Yeah. Wait till those rookie contracts are up, and some of them are going to be
incentives, right? Yeah.
looking
You got
for
a
some
long time to
money.
wait
Yeah.
for that.
But
That's
yeah, no, I live out here in Washington, so I'm surrounded by Seattle fans all the time. And so when we scoop Bo off that practice squad, and then he started playing the way he did and contributing the way he did, a bunch of Seahawks fans were like, What the hell, dude? Like, we had that guy in our practice squad. Like, why wasn't he out there?
Well,
And
look
I'm
who they
like,
have. They have like 3
I mean,
stallions.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't got bubs, right? Like even
Right.
Eskridge, who's like their like 4th receiver, is a pretty freaking good receiver too. I'm like,
And they got
Bo
that
wasn't
Jake
cracking
Bobo-
that. I'm sorry, he
Bobo
wasn't-
guy too. He's pretty solid.
Yes, dude. Bobo had like the worst combine ever, but that guy like has been nothing but an all-star, bro. Like he's just an awesome
all-star.
scorer.
I was like, this guy's got skills.
His story too. I think he's a walk-on.
Yeah.
I forgot where he played now, but he's a walk-on and just everyone loves him. Like when he scores touchdowns, I've never seen a team gravitate towards one person.
Yeah.
Like when he scored, it was like when Bo scored. Everyone was just hype, right? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Tim? You got a highlight of this Packers season?
Mine's kind of a personal kind of thing because I was able to take my family to the Chiefs game Sunday night, game.
Nice.
And I got season tickets. Humble brag, but I only get to go to about like maybe one a year. We try to take the family. We went to that one, and when Nixon got that interception in the fourth quarter, we Mahomes had it with like 5-6 minutes left, I think, in the fourth, right? And it was like, oh crap, he's gonna come down, milk the clock, he's gonna go down, and then that pick and I thought it was a hard interception as well. The way he looked like he lost it, he found the ball right away. Like he's like, holy crap, I did not see that come. And the stadium went nuts. Obviously, that was the loudest of the whole game when that happened. So that was probably mine. That was just a really cool game. I did not expect that's kind of maybe when I thought, okay, this team, actually might be something here. We can maybe do this year still when they won that game. So I'd say that.
What a moment to get to see in person there.
Live too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
My son, who he's 9, so this is my first season. He'll sit and watch the whole game with me, which is really cool. We went to training camp this year. Lucas Van Ness picked him. And his
get out of here.
Hell
yeah.
Yeah. So
big old hands.
Yeah.
Lucas Van Ness.
He talked to him the whole
monstrous,
time.
right? They're like this big.
Yeah. He was cool. It was really cool. And that's just like, that moment was, not a game moment, but that would probably be it as well for me. That was really cool.
Yeah. Family moments, man. That's the one thing I love about the Packer organization. And I don't know if you guys saw John Runyon Jr. talking today.
Oh, yeah.
You could feel it from him when he's talking about, when they're asking him about because his contract's up, right? And they're talking about, where he's going to be or his experience here. And he was in tears just talking about how great of an organization it is, how this is family, how they do it better than anybody else here. And he doesn't want to be anywhere else, but contract wise, he doesn't know if he's going to be here. So that just speaks volumes, Tim. It's just like Green Bay is a family, man. And it's fantastic. This organization is just amazing for the families of Wisconsin.
Yep.
So those are two awesome moments right there.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that with us. What about you, Amar? Otherwise, I can jump out there with mine.
You go. I'll go last.
All right, man. So. Through my time of just living life and just being in the military and traveling all over the place, somehow I accumulated a whole bunch of Bears fans or Bears friends. Right, my ex-wife is a Bears fan. That's why we got divorced. No, I'm just kidding. But
good call. Bear down.
But I'm not really much of a trash talker. Sometimes I'll go on podcasts and they'll ask me to talk trash for their segment. And so for the sake of the show, I'll do it. But most of the time I'm a pretty tight-lipped dude. But this year, man, the Bears fans leading up to the season, even during the season, it was just go away. So this season for me, I'm just going to remember this season as the bear sandwich season, right? First week gave them a butt kicking. Last week of the season gave them another butt kicking, right? It was an up and down season with a whole bunch of different toppings, but it was a bear sandwich and we ate it. It was delicious, and they're probably going to be rebuilding for a whole nother decade. So I think that's number one for me, man. That's the highlight of the season. I didn't talk trash. I just kept my mouth shut. And then just to watch the Packers give them two good thumpings to start the season and to close the season, man.
That's a good one.
It doesn't get much better than that as a Packers fan. And then, the playoffs, which, maybe that was some barbecue sauce or, extra cheese, on the sandwich. So
cheese curds.
Who knows, man? Oh, yeah.
It's getting kind of hard to talk trash to Bears fans these days. It really is. It's just
bad.
What the heck are you saying there?
Yeah.
You
they
still
keep
suck?
trying, though. They keep trying, dog. They oh, my gosh.
What else can you say?
It's through other teams. They do vicariously through other teams. I'm like, that's not how this works.
Yeah, well, you're going to get beat by the Lions, or
you're
going to get beat by the
Niners beat you. And I'm like, all right, okay, they did, baby. Beat you.
Can't do that.
Y'all beat them in a downpour. Okay, cool. What are we doing right now?
It's at a point, right? It's been 10 straight wins over the Bears now, I think. It's getting to that point. I don't know if you guys know, but at one time the Badgers beat the Gophers, right? 14 straight times in that rivalry, and it kind of started feeling the same, where it was just this is the weekend where Bucky Badger eats a Gopher, and that's what's kind of feeling like here. And it's almost better for football. It's almost better for the NFC North when these two teams are a little more even. But at the same time, it feels so good just to beat up on little brother every once in a while.
I disagree. I love seeing them be terrible, and I would like to see them be terrible forever. I know everyone
Yeah, forever. I never want to see success for them ever.
Never.
Even if we were to go 2-15 in a season, as long as those 2 wins of the Bears, I'm very happy.
It's a successful season. Yeah.
It's not even close. Some people compare like Vikings and Bears. It is night and day for me. Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
Vikings
They're
are
annoying too.
I hate the Bears.
Yeah, I that's what like it's funny you say because my highlight was against Detroit in Thanksgiving. They just had everything that it was like literally like a full circle moment for us to have no chance in that game for us to win. And just Jordan gets shorted on a freaking turkey leg, and just seeing him just go take that team that embarrassed him at home and bring it back to him their own house. I love that game. The amount of joy I got out of that game was absolutely amazing. And that's what kind of set it off for me. And that's what kind of sucks. After that game, you're expecting this like meteoric rise through him, and he had his moments for the most part, right? But man, just seeing that team like kind of galvanize together at that point and go from there, oh man, it was awesome. I was so hyped after that game, and then that did it for me. I have to admit, like, I don't want the Lions to win, but I don't care if they win, if that makes sense. Like, because they haven't had anything ever. But even when they talk trash to me, they're not crazy about it. Like, they're pretty cool. Like, I know a lot of Lions fans, and they're pretty good people. And like, they're not like, they know they've been the stepbrother. They've been like the little brother of the league or our division forever. Like, Bears fans be just talking shit because they just full of it.
It's that
Vikings
big city,
fans,
attitude.
Vikings fans still showing pictures of Aaron Rodgers game broke up. I'm like, dog, really? Like, that's all you got? You ain't got no trophies. You ain't got nothing.
See how a lot of Packer fans feel about Bears fans. That's the way I feel about Vikings. I cannot stand them, man. Like, and then when tough, the going gets tough for them, they like disappear. That's the thing that irks me. Bears fans will sit there and eat their shit sandwich over and over and over, and they won't back down. It's like, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough, right? And that's kind of Bears fans. Vikings are cowards, man. The moment things don't go their way, they're nowhere to be found. So that's my feeling about the NFC North. The Lions, I am actually kind of like cheering for the Lions to go win it all, because I definitely don't want the Niners. I'm so sick of the Chiefs. Ravens, I usually don't cheer for the best team in football, but if they win, I'm okay with that. I like Lamar Jackson. I like the way they play football there. Yep. But give me Ravens, Lions, man.
100% agree.
That's what I want to watch this in a couple weekends or few weekends.
My hate is equal with the Vikings and the Bears, and it's the power of 1,000 sons of hatred. And now Niners are in that group. I'm sorry, these bastards over here talking about going to shock the world, the number 1 seed. Yeah. I mean, are you kidding me right now? And just have the audacity to come out and be like, "Oh, we beat y'all. Y'all barely beat us, dog. Y'all barely beat us with your team of like 17,000 Pro Bowlers and All Pros. Like, get your butt out of here." Yeah. No, I don't want to hear it.
What were you gonna say, Kurt? You were gonna ask a question, I think, about watching something.
I thought it was probably a dad joke.
I'm sorry.
I thought you were gonna. No, you're good. I thought you were gonna ask if you don't want to watch Chiefs and Niners or something like that. I thought that's where that was headed, maybe.
Yeah. I was gonna say you guys don't want to see Taylor Swift again. That was my whole thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring it up.
Well, the funny thing is right, like older brother Kelsey, he was he's distracting of the game, right? But he's like in the same suite as Taylor Swift. So I thought that was funny because like football fans were eating him up. But then like when they would show Taylor, they're like, no.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's like, come on, man. Like they're supporting. Like, who cares? Like, yeah, it's corny. They showed her a lot. I get it. But at the end of the day, she's having a good time. She's just acting like a regular fan. Like, she can't help it that she's like the most popular person in the world. Like, she can't help that. Like, it is
whether or not you like her music, she is very talented and appears to be a very.
I'm not a fan of the music.
Very nice person. A good person.
Yeah, so, exactly right.
You guys don't know Tim is a Swiftie.
Who is?
Okay.
Tim is a Swiftie. You are a Swiftie, right?
I don't. No, I'm not a Swiftie. I like her. I like some of her stuff.
You're a 50.
She's a good person too, though.
She's a great person.
50 Swiftie.
Yeah.
She's a genuinely a good person because there's things that they've shown of her where she doesn't know people are recording her and she's saying things that I definitely
can't even fathom what her life must be like. It's just good for her. whatever.
Yeah, and she's down to earth because of that. Like, I'm surprised by the fact that for everything she has, she doesn't come off as that kind of person, right? Where full of herself, full of her, like knowing she's what she is. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't really say anything bad about her because there's nothing bad.
There's nothing bad there.
Her. It's not there. Like, I've tried. My wifey, she's a Swiftie. She's a nifty Swiftie. We got to come up with rhyming names for Swifties. We got the 50-50 Swifties and we got nifty Swifties so far. But anyways, since my wife is a Swiftie, I've sat down and listened to entire albums, trying to get myself into it. I'm not her target audience. That's all I got to say. Right. I did it for the wife. I really tried on some road trips, listening to it, and
you're a hippie Swiftie.
Yeah, man.
Hippie Swiftie.
Hippie Swiftie. Yeah. Well, maybe she does like a psychedelic 70s album.
Pink Floyd type.
Yeah, give it to me. That's maybe I can become a Swiftie that way. But yeah, man. Hey, a lot of highlights of that season. Any other highlights there? Anyone want to put out there? Or?
Just the season as a whole. Wasn't expected, and it's just this has been the most fun season. I personally, I'm a big Rodgers guy. I love that guy, and his exit and everything since, like, I'm not as against it as a lot of people are. I love him. I always will. But this season has been the most fun that I can remember in a very long time.
I can get with that.
I agree. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, let's move on. Let's what we brought you guys here for. Let's talk about you. Thanks for amusing us in that 49ers talk and all the rabbit holes Amar and I jumped down.
We're gonna say, we're not the two guys. If you want to break down film and talk draft and stuff, we are not those guys.
We'll talk
about
we
don't do that either.
Yeah. Well, you guys. Yeah. No, I don't really. There's 50 million dudes out there right now trying to break down film. I'm not trying to jump into that competition. I'm here for a good time, and
Yeah, and how many dudes out there are parodying Elton John songs about Jordan Love?
Exactly. See, boom. But
Elton John.
But now that
I think two is the answer to that question.
Yeah. But now that the Packers regular season is over, can we be expecting a Milwaukee Bucks jam anytime soon in our future then? Or are you guys like, we're going to take a few weeks off and maybe after the All-Star break we'll hear something?
Kurt?
Yeah, we already got our Bucks song. We got the idea, the lyrics written. We just got to do it and record it. Got to get some costumes. Yeah, so we got to order those.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, so we're ready for Bucks. We've been ready for Bucks.
Nice.
Yeah, we're excited.
Halfway, like when the fourth quarter, I was like in my head, I'm like, oh, man, are we gonna have to do another Packer song? Like we're kind of running out of content here. If we're trying to do one every week, yeah, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. They'll be coming next. All summer we'll be starting to think of things, but we'll be having Buck stuff, lots of Buck stuff coming up.
Yeah,
we're like, do we come up with another Jordan Love song? Because the possibilities are endless with last name being Love, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's why we came out with a Goody song.
Yeah.
The Gutenkist song.
Yeah. I dig it. No, like I feel there on the love aspect, man. I was just like, how many love jokes, analogies, puns can I make, every show or every time I'm doing something on social media? And so I think we're gonna see it every season. But
I gotta start I'm gonna subscribe to your channel and everything so I can start getting it as it comes out. So I gotta go back and watch some other ones too. Because I'm like, man, because Bernie put me on to you guys. I'm like, man, what is that? And I saw you guys popped up on the Twitter feed. I'm like, okay, all right, this is pretty good. So I gotta start downloading this a little bit.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. We're not. Kurt has. Dang it.
Otherwise,
Kurt still has a flip phone. This is. Where is it? You got it on you? Probably not. I call him all the time or text him, and it takes him 3 hours because he never has his phone on him, and it's a flip phone. So
hey, whatever works, man.
I try to live a
I got to do all the work. So on social media, and I don't know what I'm doing. he really doesn't know what he's doing. So I am slowly learning on how to get our stuff out there, and it's a process. I was not a big social media guy to start with, but we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
I
I honestly was like completely off social media. And then when I kickstarted, how my first podcast got started, I just like had somebody reach out to me saying, "Hey, would you want to do a Wisconsin sports podcast?" And I was like, I guess. And then of course, like what comes with that though, if you want to promote your show, you want to put your content out there, you got to start being on social media. But the cool thing is I guess the real me, the civilian me is a different person, and he's not on social media. But Bernie Bango's all over the freaking place now, so I'm loving it.
Hey Bernie, can you just look into the camera and tell my son? He says, "Bernie Bango, is that the guy who plays Bango for the Bucks?" And I said, "That's not him. Can you just tell him so it's not?"
That is not me. I am not Bango the Buck. He is my illegitimate father, and he won't take credit for it. I never got child support payments. I had to survive on my own with my alcoholic mother, Burnett Brewer, and so that's how I came to be Bernie Bango.
Bango's
Burnett Brewer.
Bango's a
Bango
deadbeat.
Yeah. Bango's a deadbeat, and then
the untold story.
Burnett Brewer, right? She was her infidelities, with Bango. Jeez,
So that's kind of bestiality, then, right? Are we talking bestiality? Like
that took a turn.
Too much.
That movie would be outlawed in Texas. Beauty and the Beast didn't get no play.
Oh man,
canceled.
The rabbit hole.
Canceled.
You gotta have a woman making out with an ox. Like, what the hell?
That's not American.
That's not American at all. Wait, what? Did you see Gilgamesh? No.
But hey, so I know. You said you made it to one game this year, Tim. Kurt, are you a frequenter of Packer games? Are you more like I'll just watch it?
I like to watch them at home. It's tough to get out with the little ones. But I do have season tickets to the Bucks games, but I rarely go to those two. I have a 1 year, a 1 year, 1 year old, 1 year old and a half.
That's how you say that, correct?
That's hard to say. A 6-year-old. So yeah, it's hard to get out. But when's the last game I went to? I couldn't even tell you. Just years ago.
You like to save up and go to the playoffs, don't you? Playoff games.
Oh yeah, for Bucks games, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's the way to go. Yeah, last time I rolled into town was last spring, and I was really lucky because I went to a Brewers game. It was a daytime game on a Wednesday, and it was like we finished up a sweep against the Mets, and then I took my pregnant wife at the time. Right, she was like 6 months pregnant at the time. She went to the baseball game with me. Then after that, we went and ate downtown Milwaukee, and then we walked over to the Fiserv Forum, and we watched the Bucks that night, and they beat the Bulls, and that was to win, I think, the 1 seed or to secure the 1 seed or win the Central or something like that. So it was like all in one day, and so like whenever I come back, I get wild like that because
jam action packed day, man. Hell yeah,
yeah, man.
Nice.
But can we expect possibly you're talking about there's gonna be songs coming up next year for the Packers? Can we you kind of hinted at it? There could be some off-season Packer songs coming out.
Yeah, you do a draft one, man. You gotta do some draft ones once you gotta get picks in.
Yeah, once the picks are in, and we the day 3 or and they get all the draft picks, maybe we'll do a song with all the draft picks. Kind of
hell yeah,
something like that. A little background on each of them, and like I can foresee something like that. For me personally, I'm a Packer fan first. Order goes Packers, Bucks, Brewers. Kurt, you're probably Bucks, Packers, Brewers. Am I right?
I'm with you. Bro. I'm with you. But I'm not a Brewers fan. Sorry, don't shoot me.
Yeah, that's all right. Baseball's tough. No. So there'll be some Packer offseason. If something happens with our friend in the next couple of days, who knows?
You need to. I will do a guest appearance. I can't sing for shit, and I will sing a song. Damn, I'll sing.
All right, the third crispy brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
I fit crispy in a way, in a different way, but it's
Yes,
all good.
Yeah. So anything big happens, we're gonna be kind of ready and put it out there. So you can expect some Packer songs this offseason for sure.
I can't
Yeah,
wait.
that's the biggest market too, I guess. Our
Yeah.
most popular songs have been
Packer
Packers.
fans
People
are
just-
nuts, man. Packer fans are
way
nuts.
more than Bucks.
We're
Bucks
almost like
Twitter
Packer
are kind of nuts. Like they lose 2 games in a row. The season's over. Fire the coach.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, like we have the 3rd best record in the league. People, like I understand
It's
our
okay. It's gonna be okay.
defense is not as great as it should be, and it's kind of bad at times. But guess what? It's gonna be fine.
They're gonna get together. Yeah, I was like,
The Packer
first
fans are
coach.
just freaks, as we know. So Admirals, yeah, we like the Admirals. Sorry,
Oh, that's a
But I'm
great
a
idea.
Phoenix
Heath
Coyote,
Soder.
NHL.
My boy Soder, man. Soder knows his stuff.
Dude, I want to get. I don't know if you guys have seen that the Admirals hockey jersey with the fridge on it. I guess the original owner of the Admirals, or maybe he still is the owner, was like an appliance guy first or whatever. He had like a chain of appliance stores, and then he got this. Is it the AHL, the American Hockey League they play in? But they have an alternate jersey, and it's like a giant fridge. That's like skating. He's got a face and a stick and skates. It is probably one of the coolest alternate jerseys out there of any sports.
Because I think the regular jerseys are pretty badass already.
They are rad.
Yeah.
I used to go to games as a kid. So
Well, maybe we'll do an Admiral song. Probably not.
Or you can.
Hey guys,
just
I'm sorry. Hey Bernie, sorry. I just realized what time it was. I gotta jump. I got like kid duties I gotta take care of, and I know I'm getting the heat right now.
I got to do that too.
No,
I don't
thanks
mean
for
you
reminding
guys
me.
keep going though.
it's all
You guys-
we're all family men, so we all get it.
No, I don't mean to cut you guys. You guys can keep going, man. I'll just jump off, and you guys can keep talking.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Hey, Chris Williams, thank you very much for coming
Hey,
on.
nice
to meet
You guys are awesome.
Hey, take it
And
easy.
we need to do this again, and maybe with a
Yeah.
song or something. I don't know, man. Like, bring it.
All right.
But it's cool. And
Cool, man.
let's look
Maybe-
forward to #fire Joe Barry.
Yeah.
The family man.
Yeah, family man. Right.
It's gonna be
All
another
notes,
divorce.
family man.
I can't wait. You guys have a good one.
All
All
right.
right, take care.
You too, Amar.
All right, see you, bro.
But see ya. Hey, I was gonna say, we can wrap it up here because I know we usually don't go this long, but with you guys as guests, it's awesome.
Record-setting day.
Yeah, record-setting day here. But I'll say maybe sometime when you guys have a new song, we could debut it live.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. I think there would be a way to do that because you can upload videos. Because we're streaming live right now on YouTube and Facebook as well. I don't know how to. I'm not the guy that did that. Game On Wisconsin figured that out, so we're streaming live in a couple different places right now. So we could pull in some people for like a live debut of a video sometime. I'll just throw that out there. But I do want to ask, what do you guys have any songs or artists that you listen to pregame for sports that you watch, or do you have artists that you listen to get the creative juices flowing? So I guess just songs or artists that inspire you, motivate you, anything like that.
I haven't listened to music.
Now you got to move the boxes.
Yeah,
Now
you
we're
know.
Okay, go, Kurt.
Wow, that's tough because I don't really listen to music. I just listen to what the kids listen to on YouTube. So, I was thinking like, what's a song that gets me hype? I would say the Super Bowl Shuffle from the Chicago Bears, because I know that's the last time. It's happy to see them. That's the last time they were happy. That's very passive aggressive and very like.
That's kind of mean.
Is it? Like that's the last that gets just like, oh, look at, they were happy then. No. I that sounds mean. You're right. I like the song Lil Wayne, Green and Yellow, or Yellow and Green. How's it? Green and Yellow?
Green and yellow.
Yeah, not Yellow and Green.
Yeah.
Tim Crispy, have you heard of him? The Crispy Brothers. He had some good solo joints. Plug ourselves.
Yeah. No, I listen to like once playoff starts, I go back to my old Happy Schnapps combo CD back in the day. It's Polka. You know that? Do you know? Ever hear of them, Bernie?
What? Hit
They
me
had
with
the
the
Bears,
song, man.
they had the Bears Still Suck Polka.
Okay, yeah.
That's those guys. But their whole album is fire. It's great.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
Really
check
good.
that out. I know that song. I don't think I've sat down. And
I just
to that.
listen to the songs that I grew up when I was growing up in the Green Bay areas in the Favre era. Those playoff when they were, I remember going to Green Bay when the Panthers in that NFC Championship game and listening to the Cheeseheads with Attitude, Happy Schnapps. Kind of there you go, Todd. CWA.
Hey.
Todd knows what's up.
You beat me to it, but yeah, they were great, and they were a big inspiration for us too. I mean. But like current music, I don't really listen to much current music. Hall and Oates are my guys. Those are my guys.
Gotcha.
So like anytime I just am feeling anything, I put some Hall and Oates on for me personally.
Gotcha.
But
Get in the mood. You set the mood.
yeah,
You got a little sensual there.
Kurt looks like John Oates, does he not?
Yeah, I definitely see the similarities there.
Yeah.
Just got to work on that mustache.
We got a lot of Hall and Oates ideas coming. He would just make a perfect John Oates, I think.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. For myself, I'm going to sound like a psychopath here, but I actually sometimes listen to the theme song for my other show, Big Cheese Sports. I actually found a children's trap musician or trap artist.
Wait, that sounded really bad. Children trap.
Trap music.
Okay, trap music. Oh, not
trap
children.
Music.
Not a child trapper.
He's not out there. No. He's putting bear traps in the ball pit at McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's where I was going. He's the best at it. It's me so.
His name is.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. His name is Blake Rules, and he's got some really fun, entertaining music out there. He's all over Spotify. And I ended up connecting with him, and he wrote me an original song for my podcast. And
sweet.
It's only like 1:10 long. And sometimes when I'm like trying to gather my senses and get ready for a show, I'll literally put that song on it and just listen to it, and it just puts me in that. Yeah, it just puts me in the place. So, but otherwise for me, most of my creative ideas probably come from when I'm steeping teas and smoking J's or eating Eddies and sipping booch. But
hey, kombucha! I make my own.
Oh dang!
I'm a little booch. Yeah, we can talk
Crispy
about
Bros
that later.
Booch, Crispy Bros Booch. You're right. Yeah, there's another item you could sell there.
We got merch. We got bucha.
Yeah. But hey fellas, thank you so much. Fantastic as always chatting with you guys. As Amar said, we'll definitely have you back again sometime soon. And I'll be in the cheese land. I'll be back in the Big Cheese in June. Spending a night or two down in the Milwaukee area. I'll have to drop you guys a line.
Yeah, let's connect.
Even I wish to sample some Crispy Bros Booch. I'm there for it.
Oh, I'll have some ready for you.
Yeah. Why don't you guys plug yourself one more time before I wind things down here with final words?
Yeah, I'll take that because Kurt probably doesn't even know any of our channels or any of our tags.
Who are the Crispy Brothers?
On X, we're at Brothers Crispy. Somehow the Crispy Brothers was taken. There must be another set of brothers out there. They're not as crispy as us, I'm sure. But so we're Brothers Crispy, and then we're on Instagram and Facebook. Just search the Crispy Brothers. Easy.
Love it.
Hey, we're up to 1,800 followers, Bernie. We were at 14. We were at 14 when we first started. So,
dude, I remember, man, because when I followed you, you guys were in the hundreds, and then all of a sudden one day I looked and you guys had broke 1,000. I was like, oh man.
It's a slow thing, as you know, but we're trying. We're getting there, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going. We're
going somewhere, but
somewhere.
Yeah.
But hey, keep grinding and stay crispy, baby.
Yeah, that's it. Hashtag stay crispy, right?
Stay crispy. Yeah, we need like a sign.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bernie. Thanks for having us, dude. We'll be back.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you soon. All right, hey. Last words here. Just because Packers season is over doesn't mean Amar and I are done with our nonsense. We'll be here all off season, prepping, debating, reflecting, predicting, and praying about next season. We will continue with bringing on guests, Packer Packer football, might be a 17-game season, but Packer life is year-round, baby. Once again, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.